Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 80. Oh man, we're getting up there in the numbers, huh? So, yeah guys, I guess just jump into what happened last episode. I don't really have anything else to say this time. So last episode we had a nice little, what's it called? Fight between Kokuyo and um, it ended up being all the kids at the start. Then they split up, and it was just the Inoshiko show formation towards the end, and they ended up running away. And then we had Boruto and Sarada fighting Sekiei. Boruto summoned Garga. Garga failed. Or Garga was attacking, and then he got like all sick, and then Kokuyo showed up because the other two ran away, and then Mitsuki decided to stop Boruto's attack when Boruto saw an advantage, and they walked off into the sunset. So, interesting stuff. I said I don't think Mitsuki betrayed them, but we'll see how it goes and as this arc continues. So, yeah, guys, I think I just want to jump into this episode, so let's do it. Alrighty, full length. We are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. TV Tokyo. Yes, it is. Is this flashback? Are we going to see a little bit from Mitsuki's perspective? That'll be interesting. So not exactly friendly the whole time. Hmm. Yeah. Ominous. Hmm. Something's not right. Mitsuki didn't have a reaction to them talking about their death, but I think that's just him being smart, because obviously he saved one of their lives. Yeah, this is when lost his headband there. Alright. Yeah, that's when he took him out and then got him bit, so they thought he was dead, and then, yeah, saved his life, essentially. That bite feigned his death and then waited for Boruto to show up. Yeah. Alright, now we're back to the present. That confused me a little bit at first. I was like, do I have the wrong episode? Ah, this intro, yeah! Oh, I love this intro so much. Just the visuals, even though I'm sure none of it really comes into play. I just realized in that opening there we had Sarada's dad vanishes, but also Boruto's dad turns into a shadow clone, or like reverts from a shadow clone into a puff of smoke, and like baby Boruto's all sad about that. That was a nice touch. That was sad. Ugh. That's so cool. Holy crap. I can't imagine we're gonna be seeing anything like that soon. But I really loved how, like, the Shikadai's shadow possession stuff was, like, going everywhere, and Boruto was kind of running on it at one point. That was cool. Explaining how sleep works to them. Do you think there's anything hiding underneath their masks? Do you think they have mouths? Do they look weird? Do they have it covered for a reason? Why is it covered? I don't. Nope. He's still not doing great. Every now and then you can see his mouth moving. I'm pretty sure he has a mouth under there. He's cracking. Mentally and physically. Hmm. Alright, we got Lady Tsuchikage here. This looks like an old man's place. Aw, that's not what I wanted to see. I'm sure he would have had some good info. I have a feeling that this has been something that existed in the Land of Stone before, potentially. You know? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, they revealed themselves to her. They don't have to. Hmm. That's Lord Ku, right? I'm guessing. Wait, that wasn't the kid that the previous Tsuchikage, the old man dude, talked about, was it? I hope not. I hope he's not some evil kid that, like, got recreated as a human or some shit. He's just made of dirt. I don't know. Oh god, I seriously did not mean to cough at the same time as him. Hmm. Thinking he ran away, yeah. Okay. Took me a second, I don't know why. Coming back. I got him some flowers, aww. Even though these guys are, like, kinda evil, I kinda feel bad for Sekiei, because even though he's, like, a little crazy, I still feel like he's, like, kinda just wants to be human, you know? He doesn't know why you brush your teeth. Come on, man. Maybe he doesn't have to brush his teeth? Don't they know that he was created? In a tank? Wait. Huh? I thought that was the whole reason they wanted him. Maybe he does know? I don't know. That was a weird scene. He's never seen the sunset? Wait, how old is Sekiei? I assume they were, like, pretty old by what they insinuated before. Hmm. No. Hmm. I'm not really on your side. Oh shit. What is he doing? Could he tell by how he felt about his friends and talked about his friends that he's not really joining them, maybe? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Makes sense. Looks worse than before by a little bit. Hmm. Interesting. Uh, Mitsuki getting all deep. Hmm, yeah, he's been worried about that. Interesting. Oh, crap. Oh, he can't even hold his jutsu together anymore. Oh, he is cracking a lot quicker now. Hmm. Convenient for Mitsuki, obviously. I can tell Mitsuki's not very happy about his death here. Aw, that's actually very sad. Hmm. They're coming to try to help. So what can these two do that they weren't able to? Is that all they can do? Is shake them? Come on, what do these guys do? Okay. Okay, they have a shot. Okay. Just like that, huh? I'm guessing that's a temporary fix of the way they made it sound. I can't imagine. Interesting. What's her ability? Hmm. Interesting. What is yeah, keeping a secret too. Hmm. Relating back to Boruto and all that, yeah. It's gonna keep the secret, yep. Nice. They were just sitting right there while they said that, though. How did they not hear it? Alright, back to this place. All the Akutas. They have her sealed away. Oh, they have different faces. Hmm. I didn't recognize his face, but it could have been anything. Wait. Oh, Boruto's still knocked out after he got, like, thrown into the rock by Mitsuki? Damn. Okay, well. That's the episode. I didn't think Boruto would be so knocked out from that. Interesting, interesting. Hmm. uh, I like these little scenes, like rapidly transitioning between like kind of like different emotions of Mitsuki, even though he doesn't really have emotions, so it's like interesting. I don't know. And that part of him yelling. Alright. Alright, guys, so that's the end of episode 80. That was an interesting episode, guys. So, Okay, so I'm gonna say this because I'm just gonna get it out there. I bet there's a lot of people that didn't like this episode, right? I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments, but I could definitely see how there's a lot of people that don't like it because they heavily focused on the connection between Mitsuki and Sekiei and stuff. Like, obviously, like, a good chunk of the episode was them two just talking about what it means to be human. And I could see a lot of people being like, I don't care about this new character you just introduced and he's not even on our hero side and stuff like that. But, I mean, I could definitely be wrong about that. But honestly, I really like this episode. And I really think it has a pretty big impact on what we're going to see in the future here for this arc. Because a lot of what this arc is about is these beings that seem like they just want to be more human. They don't want to worry about this like cracking issue that Sekiei had. You know, they seem to long for what normal humans are capable of doing. Things like eating, brushing your teeth. Um, it even seems like they don't have many emotions. Like he was looking at the sun and he said, "Nope, I don't feel it." And I think he was trying to I think he was trying to have a feeling similar to what Mitsuki has for Boruto, where there's someone that he just idolizes that much, and like I get the feeling that maybe he just doesn't have the feelings to be able to have that kind of emotion, right? So it's definitely an interesting thing, and I really enjoyed a lot of this episode, and they actually did a good job of making me kind of feel bad for Sekiei, because even without this episode, if Sekiei just like died, I would have felt a little bad. But this episode really just made me realize that it doesn't seem like they've really got to live their lives. Like there's one other episode that made it seem like they were very old, right? But this episode made it seem like Sekiei isn't that old and he's having this issue. I don't know, because he's like, is that a sunset? Like, unless you were like stuck inside for your whole life, I don't see how he didn't see a sunset before and had to ask about it, right? Unless he was just making small talk and just decided to ask that. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking way too into it. Maybe not, but I'm curious how old these characters really are. Um, because that's one thing that's been confusing me a tiny bit. Um, it's just to get because they said they want to extend their lives. So I'm assuming they haven't lived longer than a natural human life because they want to extend their lives, right? Unless they just want to be immortal. I don't know, but they seem to be jealous of humans and they seem to want to get closer to humans. So I'd assume they don't live a longer than human lifespan. So I don't know. But it definitely had a lot of like interesting implications. We had a flashback in the beginning of like kind of more a little bit of Mitsuki's perspective, sort of the events that transpired in the beginning, which didn't really. I will say that part didn't really have a big impact on the story. It was stuff we already knew. The guards came out. They fought. They were gonna kill him. Mitsuki saved one of the guards, and that's it, right? Like, I don't think we learned anything new from those scenes, unfortunately. So that was a little weird. That was a little wasted. I may cut that out depending on how much there is I want to keep in the episode. So if you're wondering why that whole beginning bit with Mitsuki is cut out, that's probably why. It's just there's a lot of more interesting things in the episode that I kind of want to keep in, and now yeah. So I don't know, but interesting. I was trying to think if there was anything that we actually did miss, right? But there really isn't. Yeah. Anyways, Boruto is still passed out. We noticed that right at the end, which I didn't expect, right? I thought that Mitsuki's attack, and then we saw him like fading. You know, his eyes were like shutting at the end of the last episode. I didn't expect him to be still passed out and that to become a problem, right? And I also didn't see the Tsuchikage getting grabbed, right? So that's a big thing I want to talk about. Um, the Tsuchikage seemed to recognize who Lord Ku was, and I don't recognize who Lord Ku is, except for the fact that it might be the kid that the old man Tsuchikage during his episode talked about that died, you know, too young or whatever. I'm wondering if somehow he was like partially saved, but now he's like corrupted a bit or something. I have no idea. That's the only thing I can think of as a character from the Hidden Stone that isn't the Tsuchikage or the old man that we've been briefly introduced to. And the hair color, I think, reminds me of the kid from like the little bit we saw from the that old man Tsuchikage episode. Um, but it was definitely sad seeing the old man in that state, right? Like I was actually a little bit excited because I really like him, and I was excited to like I saw that house and I was like that's definitely an old man house, and I was looking forward to seeing some like, you know, little antics with him, and then he was just out cold, which I guess makes sense if this is like a if this is something that has happened before maybe, then it's possible that the old man knows a lot about this, maybe. You know, if this is a jutsu that was created that he knows about, that creates the Akutas or something, or creates these human type beings that aren't quite human and stuff like that. He might know a lot, and that's kind of like a plot device that some stories use to limit the knowledge that the characters get is, you know, having a character unconscious that knows what's up, you know. But I don't know, he might not even know what's up. But either way, the younger Tsuchikage girl, sorry, I can't remember their actual names. She is in prison. She is sealed up, so that stinks. She was also the one that was supposed to give permission to the Leaf Village to enter, so now the Leaf Village might not be able to even join the fray. I guess it'll depend on whether the Leaf Village goes against those orders and enters anyway, and just hopes that rescuing the Tsuchikage is enough. But they're probably not even going to know that the Tsuchikage is captured unless there's someone else that can like tell them. It looked like they might have killed the guards that were with her, unless one of them managed to live and could give the message to, you know, maybe second in command. However that works, then maybe they'd contact the Leaf Village, but that's the only way I could think that would work. Or maybe someone saw something, or I don't know. All we saw was the dude's knife with blood on it, so I have no idea if the guard that was with her lived or not. But man, interesting episode. But I did, like I said, I did really like it. It was kind of different. It was just a lot of focus on Sekiei, which was kind of cool. I kind of liked it. Um, but is there anything else to talk about? I feel like there might be. Hmm. Let's let's do a hop and a skip through the episode real fast and see. I think I mentioned like majority. I liked how Mitsuki brought him flowers too. That was kind of a nice little touch, right? It was kind of cool. I felt really bad and stuff like that at that scene. It was kind of nice. I mentioned during the episode, I don't know what's up with the, um, shoot, what was it? It wasn't the age, it was something else. Maybe it was just the age, which I already talked about. Wasn't there something else that I was like... Because it was the sunset thing that he was asking about. But maybe it was something with Mitsuki, too. I never really thought about how human-like Mitsuki is, right? Like, obviously Mitsuki's emotions aren't shown on his sleeve, but I think he still has emotions, right? So I don't think Mitsuki's emotionless. I just think he's, like, somewhat expressionless. Like, he's not totally expressionless because, like, I'm actually paused on a scene right here where he's smiling. So he does, have some expressions, but they're just not as eccentric as Boruto's, right? But I wonder how much different Mitsuki is from a human, right? Like, he mentioned he doesn't know why you brush your teeth, and maybe he does still have to brush his teeth, and maybe he... Okay, so here's the theory. A few episodes ago, not a few, but like a while back, we had a point where Mitsuki was eating like chips or something. And I remember saying Orochimaru was surprised he was eating. Like, the way Orochimaru worded it, it seemed like Mitsuki doesn't normally eat. We had a conversation about this before. And now it's come to light a bit that he's not really quite sure why you brush your teeth. So maybe Mitsuki doesn't normally eat, right? Um, and I guess if you don't have to eat, would plaque and stuff still build up on your teeth? I'm not sure. Is all plaque derived from the fact that you have to eat? If you never ate, would your mouth just be, like, clean of that stuff? Or... I don't know. So it's possible that Mitsuki does not regularly eat. And it's possible that he doesn't brush his teeth much. Which is why we had that whole conversation. I don't know. It's just, we've never been 100% confirmed. It's just my little fun theory that Mitsuki doesn't eat because of that one scene with Orochimaru, and I don't know why I didn't tie it together, but it kind of just squeezed in there this episode that there's a little more to support that Mitsuki doesn't eat, so I don't know. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool that Sekiei kept his secret. When Sekiei like got fully cracked, Mitsuki didn't run. He carried Sekiei to his friends. And unfortunately, I'm surprised his friends didn't give him a little more credit. They're like, oh, maybe Mitsuki, is the one that made him this cracked, and it did this to him. But Kokyo is there when he started cracking. I guess maybe they could have thought that Mitsuki furthered the cracking just to carry him there to win their trust. Very elaborate thinking. They're very not trustful people. But they gave him this shot that healed him, but I don't know how long it healed him for because they made it sound like he's on his deathbed, and it seemed like he almost did die, but now that he took this shot, is he good to go? Like, is he good for another year, or does this only make him last another, like, week, and they need to, like, study Mitsuki to try to figure out. That was the thing that I forgot. Do they know that Mitsuki is created? Because the way, maybe it was just the subtitles. It definitely could have been the way it was translated. But the way this episode presented that, it was like, Sekiei was saying, what about your parents, or whatever, and then he was like, my parents. And yes, he considers Orochimaru a parent, but the way he said it was like, were you born? But then when he said, I was created by Orochimaru, he said, so you're just like our Lord Ku or whatever. Was that him just learning about it? Or did Sekiei already know? Because I thought Sekiei and them knew that Mitsuki was created. That's why they came for Mitsuki. They want to implement the science that was used to create Mitsuki into the way they create themselves, right? So why did Sekiei seem so, like, genuinely not surprised, but, like, he seemed like he was just learning that Mitsuki was created. That was one of the things that I don't know. I'm sure when you guys see this episode, you'll let me know in the comments. I mean, unless it's some kind of spoiler thing, like Sekiei's losing some memories and he did know that, but he lost that memory or something, because he did say his head was feeling like fuzzy or something. I forget the exact word he used. So I wonder if he loses some memories when he gets this sick and stuff like that too. Maybe he forgot that Mitsuki was created or something. But I don't know. But it was kind of cute with their little secret that they have now, even though he did it in like kind of a crazy way where he knew that Mitsuki was up to something back at the Leaf Village. He kept it to himself, and then now he's still keeping it to himself after Mitsuki didn't run away. Kind of proved himself to Sekiei. Sekiei vouched for him, and then said, "Now we have a secret, so now we're friends." It was kind of cute in Sekiei's own like crazy psychotic way, but interesting. A lot of questions I had from this episode, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, guys, I think that pretty much sums it up for me for this episode. But if you want to stay tuned with all the updates to, more Boruto videos, more of my other videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can also become a patron and support me further at patreon.com/Morthadon. There's also a link in the description that you can find that'll bring you there. And you guys can get access to early access and full length and all those goodies as well. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.